Hey, how's it going? Josias here. The majority of companies create videos that are great, they look cool, but they are irrelevant. They do not connect with the context, concerns, needs of the person that is on the other side of the screen. Therefore, these videos that look great do not convert as expected. But there is a way to avoid this. And this is by obviously using personalized videos and or by creating videos that adapt to the context of the viewer. Now, even if your videos are personalized, there is no guarantee that these videos are going to work. You can have the most amazing, good-looking video with great effects and all those things, but not connect with the viewer, even with personalization, then there is something that is missing, there is something that is wrong, and therefore the video will not accomplish the goal that has been set for that particular video or those videos at scale. There is a specific structure we recommend for personalized videos, and in most of the cases it simply works. Let's go over this. In general, most videos follow a simple structure. It's like a sandwich. You have an intro, you have the main part of the video, like the meat, lettuce, and so on, and then you have the outro, the bottom bread, let's say. Intro, main, outro. Now, even if the video has some personalization, there's no guarantee that the viewer will first watch the video and second take the action that is expected from the viewer, so that we can say that the video was successful, that it was a successful personalized video campaign. So what I'm about to share with you will help you create videos that have the type of structure that adapt to different profiles of individuals from a customer experience perspective, psychology perspective, so that people pay attention, you grab their attention, they watch the video, they like it, and then they click, they call, they download, they remember your brand, they upgrade, they onboard faster. Obviously, it depends on your goals. So let me share this with you. What matters here is understanding the following. This is important. There are, in general, three types of audiences among your customers and leads and prospects. There are people that want the information right away. Okay, you cannot explain things like in a slow, detailed way because they have no patience. They want it now and they want to move on. Okay, that's the first type. Let's call it Mr. Informed. Okay, because either they already know or they think they already know everything, therefore they don't pay much attention. They consume what they need to consume and next. Okay, the second type is what I call Mr. Tell Me How. These are people that need more information. They are a bit more patient. They will read, for example, a full landing page or most of it. They will read, they will maybe go over the instructions. They will watch most of the video because they need more information in order for them to make a decision. And then the third type is what I call Mr. Explorer. And these are the type of individuals that need every detail. So they will watch the whole video, the full video, they will watch it again, they will click to see if there's any interaction in the video, they will read the full landing page for the video, or even a full website. They will read all the instructions. They need all the information because they need more information in order for them to feel better about the action they're about to take if needed. Three types of audiences are the ones that would usually watch your videos, because usually you won't know what type of individual you're targeting. It could happen, but it's not super common. Therefore, you need to create the structure, the script of your personalized video, the content taking, and even the personalization taking these things into account. Again, there are three types of audiences: Mr. Informed, Mr. Tell Me How, and Mr. Explorer. Now, how can you use this information to structure your video just the way you have it here? Mr. Informed would usually stay just, the first initial seconds of the video, 5 to 10 seconds, depending on the video duration. Let's say we're talking about a 60-second video, they will watch 5 to 10, 15 seconds, and that's all. Okay, so you need to make sure that the information that is shared in the initial part of the video, it's important, it's relevant, and you're telling them enough about what they need to do next so that they know if they want to continue watching the video. So here what they need to know is, what is this video about? Okay, what is this video about? What is that you're creating this video for me? Is this a tutorial? Is this an onboarding? What is what I need to do next? Are you offering some kind of promotion, an insurance renewal? Once they get it, they need to know what's next. And that what's next could be you telling them that in the video they're gonna find a link they need to click on. Or in the video you're gonna explain the next steps, 1, 2, 3, that they need to take in order to get the value that your organization offers. About 20% of your viewers will be in this category, and this is really important. And the reason why this is really important is because the majority of companies do not, or their agencies, creative teams and so on, do not optimize videos for Mr. Informed people. All right, they add this type of information later in the video. Maybe the intro is amazing, it's great, you have effects and all this, but you lose about 10 to 20% of your viewers that do not have the patience. Even if you go and explain, talk to them face to face, they have no patience or time for this. So you need to communicate with about 20% of your audience in the intro. What's the video about? Why is this important? And what is what they need to do next? And that can be super clear, or you can tell them that in the video you're going to tell them what to do next as well. Okay, so again, about 20% of your viewers. And how do we know this? Because I've been in this industry for about 10 years, and in the end, you analyze loads of stats, the information our clients give us access to, loads of consulting sessions, and then you find many patterns. The second type of audience, remember, it was Mr. Tell Me How. Okay, so for Mr. Tell Me How, you need to give them more information. Okay, almost all the ingredients, actually all of them, you're going to share them in this part of the video, which would be, if you're talking about a 60-second video, it would be anything between, let's say 10 seconds and 45 seconds more or less, or something around that. That's the main part usually of the video. So these individuals need details, they need more information. They also need to know if they need to perform an action now, and what that action is and why. So all the why, how, who, where, all that information there in the main part of the video. And usually you would also offer an interactive call to action, an action they can perform right from the video, okay, in that part of the video. Most organizations wait until the end of the video to display the call to action. It works, but in some cases it doesn't, because again, you have about 20% of your viewers that won't watch all the video, and then you have about 30% of them that will only watch until the end of the video, which means that everyone else will be left behind because they won't reach to the end of the video, which means that you are losing a decent percentage, a decent amount of people that could have clicked in the call to action and are not clicking in the call to action because it was displayed at the very end of the video. In order to avoid this from happening, simply add the call to action in this main part of the video. At least with my consulting clients, what I see, like we do one-on-one consulting sessions with some of our clients, depending on their plans. What I see is that, let's say if it is about a 60-second video, you would be displaying the call to action maybe in the second 35, second 45, anything in the middle, more or less. And obviously, it needs to be connected with the content you're presenting in the video. They need all the details. The why, how, when, where, all that information. What is what I need to do next? How? Is it clicking? Is it calling? Is it downloading? What is what I need to do next? Is it going to another website? They need that information there. Do not wait until the end of the video to display the call to action. With Personal Player, in this case with our interactive video player for personalization, you can also add interactive calls to action that are personalized, are data-driven. Data-driven calls to action are about 200% more effective than generic calls to action. Okay, so use them, personalize them, and add them at the right time in the video. Here in the outro, you have that about 35% again of your viewers are going to watch the full video. So the full video, 100% of the video. And with Personal Player, you can track the percentage of video viewed by viewers. So if it's 5%, 10%, 40%, and we usually use this information to then optimize where to present what in the video. Maybe sometimes you need to, to move this scene forward or backwards, or remove it based on this information. Then in the outro, you usually then target Mr. Explorer. This is people that need all the details. So they have already consumed all the information, which is great. Usually you don't have to give them more details, but you need to reinforce why this is important, okay? So why this matters, and then what is what they need to do next again. So usually, at least with Personal Player, you would also display the call to action. Note that I said also at the end of the video. So call to action here and call to action again here. Because they have watched the video, maybe they closed the call to action, maybe the call to action is still on displayed on the screen, and you want them to click usually. So they need to decide, all right, cool, let's do this now. Simple. Again, intro, main, outro, like a sandwich. Intro, main, outro. 20%, 70%, 35% of your viewers. Optimize your videos, the structure of the videos, thinking about each part of the video / each type of audience from a user experience perspective and psychology. And a framework that could help you do this from a copywriting perspective in this case is the AIDA framework. I don't know how to pronounce that in English, to be honest. So attention, interest, desire, action. AIDA. So here you have it. So this means that in the intro, basically you use attention and interest. You grab the user's attention, you elevate their interest so that they decide if they are going to continue watching the video or they're going to perform the action that is set for them to take right away. And then this also means that in order to grab their attention, you should probably add the name or any other type of personalization, something that relates to them, that that it's important in the first frame 0 of the video. So before they play the video, here is an example. Before playing the video, I already see a name, Matthias and Christine, let's say if it's a couple. And this is good because it moves people to press the play button so that then they perform the action that is expected, which is watching the video and then calling, downloading, subscribing, whatever it is, okay? So this name here, using personalization, something that is relevant to that person, brings the interest level up. So people pay more attention and play the video, because when they land here, you still need them to pay attention and click. Okay, the landing here is like a micro moment. You still need them to take another commitment moment, which is pressing the play button, unless you're using the autoplay property, which you can also do with Personal Player. In the main part, if we follow the AIDA framework for recommendation, I would say that it works in about 80% of the cases. Interest, desire, action. So here you would combine interest, desire, action. Do not wait usually until the end of the video to ask them to perform a particular action. Do this from the main part of the video. You still need to continue raising, let's say, or moving that interest level up. The way you do this, and desire, the way you do this is by using personalization across the video. Don't just focus on, or don't just print personalized information just because. Use the dynamic information you have access to help the viewer understand the information a lot better based on that person's context. It requires more mental space, having more creative bandwidth, but it works a lot better. If it's a couple, you would talk in plural, for example. If it's a couple with kids, if you know that couple, it's a family with kids as well, then you can show images about kids in the video as an example, or address the concerns, goals, interests, and so on related to a family with kids. Okay, and sometimes you won't say, because we know that you have kids, you could do that as well, and that would be fine, but would also simply make the content more appealing to someone in that context, which is maybe a family with kids. Okay, so you use personalization in different ways that are either obvious or just in the context of the person to help that person pay more attention across the video, because you're constantly catching their attention. And then in the outro, finally, you have desire again, because you want them to take then action. Desire, action. Usually the interest levels are going to be up in all this part of the video if they are already here. So you want them to know, I want it. What is what I need to do next? click, call, download, submit a web form, go upgrade, renew, depends on obviously on your business goals. If you have specific KPIs and specific metrics, even better. Metrics that are related to the video engagement here would usually be based on the video duration, the percentage of video view across all viewers or on a one-to-one basis. Also the engagement rate for the call to action. So basically, from the number of viewers, how many people saw the call to action, and then how many people clicked in the call to action. And with Personal Player, you have all that information there, either through the dashboard or you can download it as well. And sometimes the number of times the viewer has replayed the video, which you would know based on the number of plays. And this is sometimes important if you have a video with complex information and you find out that the number of plays is just too high in relation to the number of people that watched the video. That usually means that the information wasn't clear and people needed to replay the video to understand something better. Or it could also be that you had some information in the video that people needed to go back to so that they could then maybe take notes of that information and so on. So it depends. But those are usually specific metrics related to the video content. There are more metrics that you need to take into account even before people get to the landing page and play the video. We'll talk about that in a different session. I hope this information was clear and useful. If you have any questions, simply let me know. I am here to help you. Have a fantastic day. Take care. Thank you for your time. Bye.